Hey guys, in this episode we're going to be talking about the West Coast collective identity through the lens of the cultural mosaic. We're here in LA on the Griffith Observatory, and what better place to see the cultural mosaic than this beautiful city, one of the most culturally diverse cities in the world.
From the misty shores of the Pacific Northwest down to the sun-drenched beaches of Southern California, this coast has long been a frontier of dreams, diversity, and defiance. But what binds these dreams together? How do the shared identities and collective experiences of its inhabitants define what it means to live on the edge of tomorrow? Welcome to Pacific Perspectives, a journey where land meets ocean, where art meets architecture, where culture meets cuisine, and where dreams meet reality. Here along the ever-changing West Coast, we dive into stories of unity, identity, and foresight, exploring how these spaces we inhabit shape us, and in turn, how we shape them. Pacific Perspectives is not just a series. It's an exploration of the unseen ties that connect us, the community that propels us forwards, and the people and places that encourage us to look around corners, anticipating what lies ahead.
During the 1950s, fast food was your go-to option after work. Burgers and fries, the restaurant industry was dominated by chains like McDonald's and In-N-Out. We are fortunate enough to be able to be here in LA at the world's famous Bob's Big Boy, where this cultural phenomenon began. The trend of fast food led to the fast and free collective identity of the West Coast. It quickly took over the country as it provided customers with instant satisfaction and the freedom to eat wherever they wanted.
Presidential Library near LA, and this is on the West Coast. And on the West Coast, especially down in Southern California, you have an inspired architecture inspired by Hispanic Mexican culture. So as you see, this building is inspired by that culture and by that style of architecture, but it's also a fusion of culture. It includes that Ronald Reagan aspect of it, which is very symbolistic of the white culture within the West Coast and in America, since he was a president. And then you also have a cultural blend that he appreciated in that he wanted to be part of this landscape, which is traditional and used to be Mexico.
Other than the rise of Chinese food on the West Coast, another culinary tradition has heavily influenced our collective identity. If you ask a random person what their favorite food is, very likely that they will say sushi.
My name is Hidekazu Tojo. I'm owner chef Tojo restaurant. I work in here since 1971, before you born. So still I'm working.
What was it like to bring the Japanese cuisine to Vancouver, and how did people react to the traditional sushi?
So it was, sushi is not popular for local people, Canada, because low fish. So I like to change people, image for Japanese food. Then, okay, because their culture, Western culture, they don't eat for raw fish, seaweed, so they're afraid. So why? So I think, okay, you people eat Canadian people eat salmon, tuna, crab, very familiar. Then, okay, I like to people eat, every day. Then I cook. They cook is no problem. Then started. I try one time no success. I try many things. Oh, try this one. No happy. Then try again many times. Then, people love it because if I make very traditional way, people not happy. So okay, I breaking rule, tradition, my tradition. Then I make it inside out. We call it inside out law. Today the people call California law. Used to be we call inside out law. No name. That Japanese media put name. That time, 1970. Okay, British Columbia, Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, Los Angeles. That area people, Japanese media called California that time. So that's because the Vancouver is the sushi capital, that time. Then they call it the California law. But why you don't call no Tojo law? Because that time I'm not working to Tojo restaurant. I'm not own restaurant. I cannot use my name. That's a true story.
Why do you think that fusion cuisines is like so popular here in Vancouver? Is it because of the people here, or is it because of the chefs?
I think it's Vancouver very good, unique city. We have a lot of multicultural, it's culture, people here. We have a lot of Asian, culture. So then after sushi, people challenging. Sushi is good, raw fish. People eat, Then I want to try other food. Then and also very good young talent chef here, Vancouver. And then they exciting. I did that challenging. I breaking rule, tradition. The new young people, they break tradition too. Then become, I think Vancouver is a very gourmet city. Many all top hotel, restaurant, they're looking for Canadian chef because they're very talented. Because for no gap between tradition, they challenging all the time. That's very good, And the food is very important. We understand to other culture food, number one. Then people very interested in their country.
And you kind of mentioned that in the 1970s, sushi wasn't so popular here in Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
And you had to do some changes to your traditional ways. How do you envision like sushi would be like if you, let's say, the California roll never existed, and you never invented like California roll or any of the, the new sushi rolls?
Yeah. Okay. And my philosophy use local farm. Local, so we have a beautiful tuna, salmon, crab, sailfish, guida, spot prawn. We have a very similar, Japan. So, but local people, they afraid to eat raw fish. Then, okay, you afraid to raw fish? Okay, I don't use raw fish. Cook seafood, then I use for my way, Tojo way, Japanese food. That's new food. So that's why it's people, easy to try. Very easy to into that. Then, Tojo, I want to try the next time in very traditional way, your way. Okay, I'm very flexible. I can make it a traditional way too. But the beginning, very important, easy to come, very similar your food culture, your background.
Do you think that sushi is adapting to the fast food culture of the West Coast?
Food, you say food,
Do you think
fast food?
fast food culture? Yeah.
Yes. Sushi is almost 500 years ago, Edo period, It's okay. Maybe 400 or 500 years ago, we have Edo period. That time is Japan is a very safe, very almost 200 years, 250 years, no war. People enjoy life. Then they make it, yakitori, just like it's a truck, food truck. But that, some 300 years ago, no truck. They carrying to what's called this rickshaw. They have a portable sushi bar. Then that's very fast food. That's the original one. Then other food too, just like it's yakitori, not tempura, oden. But of course, it's a very not fast food too. So many different level. Some food keep stay longer. Someone we must be special equipment.
I noticed that you guys added like takeout to Tojo's menu.
Yeah.
So is that also?
Yeah, sushi is a very good for takeout menu because it's no soup, and it's a very handy. When you go to Japan, sushi, so many different types, very sushi, different food that are easy to because we use the vinaigrette, keep longer, food tastes longer. So you see many things everywhere.
Thank you for the interview
Okay.
today.
Thank you so much.
So right here we have West Coast's most famous sushi roll, or rather the most popular. So this is called the California roll, and many of you have already had this before. But within this roll, we have avocado, which mimics the fattiness of the tuna and the salmon. We have imitation crab, which is essentially just cooked fish, which also adds a little bit of fishiness to the sushi itself, kind of making it taste like sushi. And another thing about this roll is that it hides the sushi inside out, which is really a new technique invented here at Vancouver. And let's give it a taste. Really creamy. Very interesting. Tastes pretty different than traditional sushi, like just plain fish on rice. I can understand why a lot of Western people really enjoy this sushi roll. A lot of people have this type of feeling that they don't like eating raw fish before they even try it, and I think this is a really good way to get them to try sushi.
Nowadays, everyone on the West Coast has had a California roll at least once. Not only is it adapting to our fast food culture, we have created more variations than ever before. Dragon rolls, spider rolls, rainbow rolls. All of these were created by sushi chefs who believed in the future of fusion cuisine. These traditional dishes are adapted to suit the Western taste, while our Western palates are adapting to the cultural culinary